in, ladies and
Jumping
gentlemen.
right in. Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen.
John, it's been great.
Today, pause the stream real quick.
Yeah, I'm pausing it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Paula. Thank you so much for coming on the show. You wanted to come on and tell us your story of how you got scammed by someone who is selling bestsellers. They were selling basically like, oh, anyone, you'll be a bestseller if you take our multiple $1,000 course, right? Is
I've
that
seen
right?
this class. I've seen this ad.
Really? Which one? Because there's like multiple for them.
I saw one. Okay, so I saw one where the guy's like, hey, this is my client making this much money on Audible. Like, it was like an Audible guy specifically. Like, nobody's talking even about what the book is about. This guy's just like, you can be a #1 Audible publisher in 6 weeks, guaranteed, if you take my course. And it's like, what's this book about? Doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. I know the algorithms. I can trick it, whatever.
That's basically what they sell. And I thought it was the way that they sold it. I thought it was going to be more than that. But then once I actually got into the course, they're just tricking Amazon's algorithm to be able to rank #1 in some obscure category on Amazon. There's no actual guarantee that you'll make any of your money back on the course. Like they tell you that they have a bestseller guarantee, but that doesn't actually mean anything since Amazon has so many categories.
Oh, you can scam that.
Like it's just, and it's also just like really dishonest. I actually talked to people I'm in academia. So I actually talked to people in like academic circles and in, like in academic circles as well as conference organizers, because I've done quite a bit of public speaking. And they told me that like a lot of these conferences will actually blacklist people who call themselves Amazon bestsellers because they're not actually best-selling authors. So they're just, it's
let's talk about what that means, not a best-selling author, because I don't think most people know. Most of us are familiar with the New York Times. Right? We go New York Times bestseller. That's all we're familiar with. People don't understand the entire industry has been disrupted by Amazon. Amazon's come in and they go, hey, to be a bestseller, we'll create tens of thousands of categories, all of which you can be a bestseller in, right?
Yeah.
And you only have to be a bestseller for like a minute. They track it like minute by minute. And you could say, I'm a #1 bestselling author because I had like 10 books sell in an hour, right? It's something like that.
It's ridiculous, man. Yeah, the industry is changing, the world is changing, and people are just scrambling to catch up. So the quickest sociopath wins, I guess, in these times. But
yeah, I mean, basically the course, they just show you how to, Amazon's bestseller system is by the hour, and they have thousands of categories. So like, it's like you can be in like a sub category on Amazon and still like get the #1 bestseller icon. And then on top of that, it's really easy to fake reviews. Most of the reviews from that you would get from the self-publishing school are actually, they don't show you how to engage an audience in a meaningful way so that they want to stick around forever. They just show you how to like publish your book quickly and then get reviews from like your friends and family and then from other people in the program. And this is
hang on. Part of the so you paid how much money again? How much money was it? Be clear.
$4,000.
Oh my God.
Did you see that?
Okay.
Did everyone see the pain on her face when she said that?
I know.
That's what everybody who comes on the show has to live through. I apologize.
Good for you for saying it, though. I would say you have more bravery than John Crestani, because and even we got one more from AJ saying "bye loser" about John Crestani. Look, John Crestani is like one thing that we don't talk about, Paula, and like we really appreciate you coming on. Is how people feel shitty about getting scammed. Yeah. My dad was living with this in the house. It's tearing up the family. Dude, Steven, you got an email from someone who said that she might have to leave her husband because he's going to spend it all on some Amazon get rich quick thing, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. So the point is, I just want to be very clear that, we appreciate you for saying it. $4,000. Wow.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys for doing this and for bringing me on here. Before I found Coffeezilla, I felt like really alone with all of this. So I really appreciate everything that you guys have done, because I just, I've been feeling like, oh my God, I did such a stupid thing and I didn't realize
you did a very human
how many
thing.
people have
human. Yeah. It's no. You're a child of God, and that's it. You deserve.
No, I'm not.
You deserve forgiveness. You deserve forgiveness for every mistake. You deserve more forgiveness. It's not. You didn't do anything wrong.
Big up. So who is this guy? Who is this loser?
Chandler Bolt. So he
Chandler
calls.
Bolt, dude. That sounds like a fake
Good
name.
name.
That's not his name.
Good name. I gotta say the name
That's
is
not his
tight. Like this guy's trying to, of course,
Who is
fake
this guy?
name.
Who is
Chandler Bolt.
Who is
He's
Chandler
like, I changed it to
Bolt?
Bolt because I move quick.
So I did some research into him. He's originally from South
old.
Carolina. That is his real name, I think. And he calls himself a 6-time best-selling author, but he's not on any bestseller list other than Amazon.
Oh God. Oh my God, that's so sad. Hey, dude, this guy's been in the game forever too. Oh no, he looks young there. Because there's other pictures
He's
that
a
look
young
like
buck. He's a young. No, he's a young buck. He's a young boy.
He's actually really young. He dropped out of college.
Of course, he
Never
did.
actually published a book other than his books on how to publish books, as far as I'm aware. So
This is a
he just shows
sociopath.
you, yeah, like he just shows you how to do something that like he's never actually done. And if you actually get into his course, once you pay $4,000, you just get into a sales funnel.
Of course.
So there's $30,000 worth of upsells from this brilliant lad.
This is the
4,000. He wants 40,000 more.
No, 30,000.
30,000 more.
Plus they have a $500 conference, and on top of that, they have a million different affiliate deals that they don't actually like. I know that they're affiliate links because I know quite a bit about marketing, but most people don't. So they have a million affiliate deals, being like, "Yeah, we got this special discount for your students."
Yeah, right.
And then they don't actually
Yeah.
tell you like this is an affiliate.
That's
which I'm
actually
pretty
against
sure
the
it's
FTC.
against-
Yeah, it's against the guidelines, right?
Yeah. On top of that, I looked at the endorsement guide and they never tell you anything about this, but on the FTC, it says that if you write reviews in exchange for reviews, especially if they're 5-star reviews, those are automatically considered biased.
Wow.
And you need to disclose that in the
That's
review.
great.
And I don't see students doing that. So
Hey,
they
God
can
bless
actually get a
America.
fine from the FTC from joining this program.
You know what's so funny? I love these people actually because, dude, let's clown on this guy for a second real quick. Look at this guy. He writes
at his
books
books.
on how to write books.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
who
it.
does this? You're a
dude-
bestseller on how to make a bestseller. I've never heard of something so stupid in my life. And then you make a course on how you sold a bestseller that sold bestseller. It's such a
Thumbnails.
high level of inception. And this
Yeah.
guy, he did a TEDx talk, which is quickly devolving into sort of the Forbes feature of social proof. And he did a how to write a book in a weekend, serving humanity by writing a book. Hey, let me give a
Oh,
tip.
come on. Serving
Let me give
humanity.
a tip for everyone who doesn't know it. But if you write a book in a weekend, you will serve humanity by not making anyone read it.
It's garbage.
It's gonna
You'll
be
serve humanity by not publishing it.
Throw it in the garbage if you want to serve humanity.
Yeah. So one thing that he actually tells you about in one of his upsell webinars, they tried to get me in. My apartment had like flooded, and I was like already super broke from buying this shitty course. And they were like, "Oh, let's try to get her in another upsell from the coaching call that I paid for." They were like, instead of like they coach you, but it's really like obvious advice. And most of the time, they're just like trying to get you onto the next upsell. And one of the things that they said in this webinar class that I got like suckered into joining, which I didn't actually pay for, thankfully, was that you shouldn't feel bad about that you shouldn't feel like you can't give all your information away because even if you can't give too much information away, because even if you put out all of your best secrets on the internet for free, people are going to pay you big money to hear it again.
Whoa, wait. The guy says that you should give it all away for free, and then your people are going to be so dumb you can just say it's a big secret again and then say the same thing over again, and then people are dumb enough they'll pay for it. But they're not dumb, they're desperate. We should talk about that. It's not getting scammed is not a matter of intelligence. It's totally a matter of desperation, and these people like this prey on it. Listen, does anybody in chat right now think you can serve humanity by writing a book in a weekend? Please tell me that right now.
There's just no way. I mean,
Please tell me.
Yeah, I guess what you end up realizing is what they're really teaching is how do you be a sociopath like me? Like that's where you can't almost catch them, because ultimately what the final thing, because they are going to tell you to do a bunch of shit that you don't want to do because it's unethical probably. Like it's probably going to be a bunch of like, okay, find another guy who did a book, do the reverse. That's actually pretty tame. And the FTC says it's illegal, like it's not ethical, but to just leave a 5-star review in exchange for a 5-star review. But they're going to tell you to say way worse stuff than that. Just a bunch of nonsense.
One thing that I wanted to point out that they did is when they sold me the program, well, there's several things that they did, but one of them, like, yeah, you're totally right that like people aren't stupid for purchasing into these programs. Obviously, like I'm an academic and I'm actually like, I mean, I don't want to like toot myself, but like, or my own horn or whatever.
I don't want you to toot yourself on here either.
But yeah, I mean, I'm smart. And I obviously fell for this thing. And actually there's a lot of psychology around how when you're people join these programs because they're just, it's about what stage of their life they're in, not how smart they are.
Yeah.
So when I joined, I was in a particularly vulnerable state. I moved to the UK to get my master's. And when I was there, I was spending a lot of time isolated by myself. On top of that, I had just been like canceled. It's a whole nother thing.
Wait, you got canceled?
So you got canceled?
You're joining us getting canceled? We're getting canceled soon.
Now
what
we're
did you
getting
get canceled for?
Paula, we're canceled for bringing you on. We already had Kristani on. I thought he would get us canceled. Hey, man,
politics.
everyone's getting canceled. Everyone's getting canceled is what I'm saying.
Let me ask you, Paula. So Chandler Bolt is serving humanity by writing a book. Now, did he serve you? How much money did you make on your book? Obviously, you can be super profitable with this book, according to him. So you wrote a book. How much did you make?
So I refused to publish it because I didn't think it met any kind of academic standards.
Because you wrote in a weekend and you're like, hey.
So the writing advice that they were giving you, it was like how to write a crappy book quickly. And the the actual writing portion of the class where they showed you how to write was like at an 8th grade level. So I'm like, I'm not going to write a book at an 8th grade level as an academic and then publish it and put my like actual reputation at stake for that.
Yeah.
You should have created a pin name for the bogus books. That's what a lot of these gurus do. You could have actually done that. Chandler Bolt, I'm telling you, I don't know if Chandler Bolt's his name. Chandler Bolt, it's too like, I don't know.
The name's too sexy. The name's too sexy.
It is. It's too hot.
Bolt?
And I don't believe that that's his real name because no one actually gets hot names. Parents always, they're terrible at naming. Let's just be real.
No, they're not the Bolt family. Forget
Every
it.
parent that I see, and it's like, everybody that I've been friends with who has like a child, they always pick the worst names. It's never sexy. It's always like not good. No. It's rough. So you didn't even publish because you're like, this is unacceptable. But what do you think the odds were that you were going to make 6 figures on this book?
So I looked at how they actually sent us, like after promising us that we were going to make $10,000 from publishing this book in 90 days, they sent us a thing within the program where they said that most students make an average of like at most $1,000.
Oh, it's an earnings
most
disclaimer.
Students that actually publish it, but not everybody publishes the book because they're like, this is stupid. So and that's not necessarily from Amazon sales. That can be from like selling other things through your book.
And you can be advertising it. You can be doing all these things. But what you're saying is they're making $1,000. You're paying $4,000 for it. So the course is not paying for itself at all.
And actually they don't really show you how to make money from the book until you buy their upsells. So you probably have to you'd have to spend 30 grand.
Paula,
that's the next class.
Respectfully, I think you're wrong. I think you don't have to spend any money. He probably gives it all away for free. And then he sells it on the side. That's what he says.
On YouTube?
He says don't be afraid to give away your free stuff because people will pay you anyway.
Right. Well, I find that's true for anyone on YouTube and then they have a course. The course is never as good as the YouTube videos. Like he's probably puts his tightest videos for free on YouTube, literally, like just out in the open. And then you pay for the class. A lot of times you go behind a paywall and it's nonsense back there. Like there's no graphics. It's just them talking over a slideshow. Kind of like the webinars we've been watching. You go back there, they're acting like this is so incredible. You go back, it's not even as good as the YouTube videos. Like his best shit is probably out there. And that literally, he does teach that. So no, I'm going to say it again, Paula, the fact that you did not want to publish a book you wrote in a weekend, that makes you a good person, not a bad person.